Hey, what's up, everybody? Welcome to the final Operation Naked Wolf stream. Metal Gear Solid 3 Snake Eater HD Edition playthrough. Getting ready to finish off this mission.
What a thrill, with darkness and silence through the night. What a thrill, I'm searching and I'll melt into you. What a fear in my heart, but you're so supreme.
Nah, 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 nah. Alright.
This woman was found snooping around my underground vault. When she was captured, look what we found on her. The Philosopher's Legacy.
Huh? What the hell is that?
This microfilm contains all the information regarding the Legacy. You might say that this film itself is the Philosopher's Legacy.
I might say that.
It was the smell that gave her away. No, not the person.
The smell of pussy, huh? Leave it to an ocelot to smell the scent of
It was
pussy.
gasoline. Motorcycle
Oh,
gasoline.
gasoline. Never mind.
She
Sorry.
reeked of it.
To think that lovely Tatiana was a spy. We found this radio along with her tube. Such a fine woman she was. It almost pains me to have to kill her. Yes, she was an obedient one. She was my precious little pet. Ah! Isn't that right?
Bastard.
What was that? Do you have something to say to me?
Go to hell.
You dirty whore. I've had enough kisses from you.
He just called her a dirty whore. Wow.
I should have known. Sokolov wasn't man enough to have a lover like that.
Some serious fighting words
Just
right
like
there,
the
Volgan.
KGB to send something so beautiful, yet so deadly.
What is the Philosopher's Legacy?
Very well. I'll explain it before I kill you.
Yeah, Volgan, here's the thing.
During the last
I
great...
don't care. Let's just get right to the ass beating.
I have lost the Cobras, but I still have the Shagohod and the Legacy. There is nothing America can do to stop us. Boss, take this someplace safe.
Why he would even trust the boss in any capacity is like
Take good care of it.
really weird and stupid.
He wouldn't have come waltzing back in here unless he had a reason. The C3's been stolen. He must be planning some sort of sabotage. I'll go see if there are any surprises waiting for us. I'll dispose of her as well. Leave everything to me. Fight like a warrior, Volgin.
Of course.
But of course.
Let me face him. I've been waiting for this moment. Time to get even. No more judo, and no more field strips.
Enough of this. He's mine. You will stand right there and watch. Got it?
Please, Colonel, let me—
Silence! Huh? Sorry for the delay. Let's get started, shall we? This is a once-in-a-lifetime battle. Let's make it a good one. It's just you and me now. And I'm gonna enjoy this. Snake!
Yeah, we'll see about that. You're gonna get biatched up and you know it. Sneaking suit to absorb the bullets that he shoots. Actually, yeah, the Fly-Agarok, I think, kills people. Oh, you know what? See what effect this has on him.
Ivan.
Yeah, it's Ivan. Sit the fuck down.
What the?
I eat that shit.
Are you mocking me?
Yeah, I am.
I will avenge
Nice job,
Ivan.
kid. Come on. You're doing shit.
Here it comes! Let's see you dodge this one!
How's it feel to get manhandled by your boyfriend for a change? How you doing?
Die!
That's why I put this on. I eat that.
Ocelot! Shoot him! Do you hear me? I said shoot him!
Sorry, Colonel. I'm afraid I can't do that.
What do you mean you can't?
I made a promise to the boss.
Silence! I am your commanding officer. Are you questioning my authority?
Fight like a man, Volgin.
Volgin?
Emergency. Explosives have been detected. All non-EOD personnel must evacuate immediately.
Ocelot! Find those bombs!
Repeat. Explosives have been detected. All non-EOD personnel must evacuate immediately.
Move it!
Huh.
Ready for some more, Snake? Time to die!
I hate that fucking move. What's up, Critical?
All personnel evacuate. Repeat, all personnel evacuate.
Faster! This way! Everybody run! It's gonna blow! I'm out of here! Let's get out of here, quick! Hurry! We're all gonna die! Hurry up! Evacuate!
Hop in.
Step on it! Don't give up! Get moving!
Eva, how did you?
The boss let me go.
The boss? But why?
I'll tell you later. Right now, we've got to get to the lake and escape.
We can't leave yet. I've still got one last job to do.
The boss is already at the lake.
Huh?
She's at the lake. She's waiting for you there.
Waiting for me.
I was hoping I wouldn't have to tell you.
Yeah, let's just get out and have a little conversation. Have a quick hug.
I don't want you to fight her. But I've come to realize that there's a special relationship between you two. Something I can't understand. Something that goes beyond a man and a woman. I envy you. Really, I do. But I guess I just can't understand it. She asked me to tell you something. I've never seen someone with such clear eyes. There. I said it. Ready to go?
Yeah.
It's not over yet! There is no escape!
We failed!
Not good.
Hold on tight!
Achoo! Excuse me. Alright, we got stun, we got smoke, we got our MK22, we got the XM. Need the fucking M30, no wait, the M63. Bring out the Moss and Nugget, the RPG-7. Keep the sneaking suit on for the benefits. What's up, man?
There they are! They're over here!
I throw them stun grenades so far away, and yet still get hit.
Behind you!
I still get affected by the blast. There's no rhyme or reason to it. And yet they seem unaffected. That's I have no clue. Someone, probably the same guy as always, comes in, drops the light, and leaves. Have fun. Probably went to go fuck his dad right after he was done dropping that dislike. Faggot. Went to go look at his gay porn site right after he was done disliking this video.
I can't shake him.
The RPG can't put a dent in that armor.
I mean, if you look at my disclaimer, anyone who dislikes my video automatically admits to packing fudge. So, we've already, you know, every time someone dislikes it, they've admitted to packing a man's fudge, or getting their fudge packed for that matter. So it's, you know, it's not a wise move to dislike my videos because you're admitting gayness. It says it right there in the description, ladies and gentlemen. Look at my About Me and you'll see the disclaimer that I left for everybody. You pack fudge and you dislike my video, faggots. Understand? Don't dislike. got him. So bad these guys. Just doing their jobs. Look what happened.
Damn!
They just stay there and look. I would have been running.
Damn it! Come on! Hurry!
Goddamn tragedy. Yeah, that would be nice, wouldn't it, Wicked Marius? They could just use the Fox engine and remake this. This is what I want. I want a fucking Metal Gear, a true Metal Gear game that's full co-op. That's what I want. No remakes. I don't need any of that. I just want a fucking whole new Metal Gear game. It's a good Metal Gear game that has full-on co-op in it. What's up, Asex Kings? Well, I dropped your mom's panties last night, so... But who's keeping score, right?
We've only got one chance. We'll lure him over towards the other side. When the Shagohod is on the bridge, shoot the explosives. The bomb is planted on the strut of the bridge. Let's go.
Why are you laughing, man? I'm dead serious. I guess you find it funny that your dad's a bitch. Alright. Must explain why you're a bitch. Runs in the family, right? Yeah, I hear you, Wicked Marius. To an extent. I mean, as long as they don't ruin the story. Like, the way, what I'm thinking of is like Peace Walker a little bit. Like, not really touching the main characters. Just like, you know, just kind of put like 2 agents there, like regular MSF members. And just play as them in a co-op environment. I don't want them to touch like Snake or anybody like that. Like, I just want a regular.
More to the right. Keep your aim steady.
Because you know they'll mess it up.
Shoot. Keep your aim steady. Shoot. 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 It's here. Only one more left. We did it!
It's over.
Look!
Party's not over yet.
I'm not finished yet!
Eva, you take care of the driving.
Yeah?
Yeah, I trust you. On one
Yeah, that would be
condition,
cool
though.
too. I mean, they could do
Fight
so
to
much
me.
with like a whole like other
You got
story
it.
arc
I was getting tired of running away anyway.
Eva,
outside of like the main
Let's do
canon, and not mess it up really. As long as they don't include like any of the main characters, I'll completely be fine
For
with
luck.
that, with or without Kojima. If they bring Kojima back, which isn't going to happen, they can bring, you know, obviously Snake and all that back in, because those are his characters. I don't care if they put stuff in his like universe, but you know, let's not tread on the fucking characters unless he's like overseeing the project.
What have you done? Why is this happening?
Because I mean, I know a lot of people might not have liked Peace Walker too much, like it's not considered one of the best Metal Gear games out there, but to me it's one of the best because I love the fact that it's cooperative. I just thought that was such a cool idea to do, especially in a game like the way it is, like a whole like, story game. The whole fucking game, like there's so much content there, which just the replay value in a co-op game, I think, supersedes the replay value in a single player game, no matter how you start it. If the game's on there, obviously. A lot of co-op games are kind of shitty. I'm talking about like a good fucking co-op game.
I can't move.
Peace Walker was a good co-op game.
This can't be.
I love how he's like resistant to damage now. I'm just whooping his ass too hard.
Why is this happening?
I'm whooping his ass harder than I was whooping Ace X King's mom's ass last night. Ask his dad. He was there. He was in.
Did we beat him?
He was in the corner crying.
No.
Yeah, you can go pre-Snake Eater, sure, why not? That would be cool as shit. But again, you don't want him throwing in the boss and his crew or her crew because, you know, Kojima's not there. So
Get off!
What?
I'm gonna lure it back here.
because I think one of the ideas that
Use yourself
Kojima
as
had
bait, or you insane?
back in the day
I'm
was
used
to
to
do,
this guy.
I think
I know how
before
to
he
handle
did, I forget what game it was, but he was going to do the boss and Cobra World War II or some shit, but it just never went through.
Come on, you blockhead!
Oh, there you go. Bust out the NES. Play the play the Ultra Games version, right? With the fucking blue screen of death as the final boss.
Snake!
Nah, what you gotta do, man, is get the MSX2 out. Play the real Metal Gear. I do like the NES version too, I'm not gonna lie. That's the one I first played back in the day, but it has its own unique charm. But still, it's not as good as the real deal.
Fried by a bolt of lightning. A fitting end. It's finally over.
No time for this now. The escape craft is just up ahead.
It's one of them for sure, Wicked. No doubt.
Let's get going.
I go back and play them every couple months. I'll come back and play one of them, if not all of them. Sometimes I'll just play them all in a row. But I have to admit, I can go back and play the original Resident Evil games too. I'll do that a lot. These games, all like the original Resident Evil, the Metal Gear series as a whole, it's all pretty much withheld in the test of time. You know, it's a lot of games today can't say that. Ace X King's mom, she's held the test of time, which is why I've been fucking her every night. You know, otherwise she was ugly. I'd probably be pissed it off. Oh, God. Yeah, I know. I mean, Phantom Pain's definitely awesome, but it's unfinished, unfortunately. That's partially... That's really Konami's fault for not letting him finish the game. He was taking a real long time making the game, though. I mean, let's face it. It took him, like, what? 4 years, maybe? But he was just trying to do everything to make the game look the best ever. But, you know, Konami, all they care about is their fucking money, so... They weren't happy with that. True, but I mean, nowadays, dude, you're making games, just if you notice, there's been a nice little dry spell of good games, in my opinion. I mean, yeah, Ubisoft keeps pumping them out. You know, kind of like how I was pumping Ace X King's mom, but that's beside the point. You know, Ubisoft's pumping them out, fucking, all the other shitty developers. But when it comes to real good games, you see all the best developers are taking forever to make their games. Like CD Projekt Red, been working on that new project for like a good long time. I think it's been like, it's gotta be at least 5 years. And the development costs for these games must be out of control. You know what I mean? So from a publisher standpoint, you know, they probably just didn't want. They were like, alright, that's enough now. You know, they don't care if the final product's fucking good, like how good it is, as long as it makes money. I mean, I guess they care to a point, but I notice like Hollywood movies, for example, like, doesn't matter how shitty they are, as long as they pull in, like, they usually pull in a lot more than they fucking used to make them. So that keeps the fucking studios happy. Same thing with publishers. But I'm getting hit up. Jesus Christ. I don't know what they're hitting, but it's a fucking Molotov. Yeah, true. It was really cool. I mean, that was so fascinating how he changed that. You know, for the longest time we thought Big Boss was the bad guy, and we find out his story wasn't in black and white as we thought. That was one of the things Metal Gear did pretty well. I mean, they really nuanced the characters. Gave them dark sides and light sides. They weren't just fucking cookie cutter. Definitely one of the games that the game probably that really paved the way for cinematic gaming. Oh yeah, they definitely pump out garbage, so that's my point. And it's getting bad because it looks like a lot of these, like, you know, publishers that used to be putting out quality products are kind of following suit. Like, I mean, Ubisoft, I don't like them really anymore. Every game that come out was pretty trash, in my opinion. But I'm a huge fan of the Splinter Cell series. And the Splinter Cell games have always been pretty good. But I mean, like, I'm talking about like Far Cry and shit like that. Those games don't seem to care. They just keep using the same tried and true open world formula, and they don't try innovating at all. They wait for someone else to innovate, then they copy and paste.
Crap.
Oh, you know what? I must think that's what I fucking copied. I missed that log in that one part. I was waiting for that to happen. I was so busy talking. I must have just went right through it. But yeah, that's the thing. I mean, you know, he knows that there's not always a good guy and a bad guy. Wicked Marius.
Eva!
I'm over here.
Yeah, it's Far Cry 5. I bought it. I saw the trailer. I'm like, yeah, this looks pretty good. And I was like kind of desperate for a good game. Something, you know, fun that was co-op. And what sold me on it was that it was for two-player co-op. I'm like, oh, I'll get this. It has like vehicles and stuff. And I remember liking Far Cry 3 Blood Dragon. But that was the only Far Cry game I'd ever played before this. So I got Far Cry 5 and I wasn't impressed in any way. Just felt like every other Ubisoft game.
Not a sensitive bone in your body.
It seems like when they do an open world game, they kind of just come up with the same old schlock.
What about you, Snake?
I'm fine.
That's good to hear.
I can see the difference with a company like that and a company like, or a developer like Kojima Productions and Rockstar Games.
You have to get away from here, Eva. Let's go.
CD Projekt Red. Those are the three developers that really always put out
for you. You have to go.
Something that's just worthwhile.
Give me a gun.
No, we're getting out of here.
They push the boundaries of what's possible and aren't afraid to
I can't believe this.
produce it.
I never thought I'd see you act this way.
And it paves the way for these other developers
What do you
to,
mean?
you know,
Listen to me, Eva. We're doing this together.
copy what they did.
Eva.
But they can never quite do it as well.
Say that one more time.
I thought Blood Dragon was awesome. I love Blood Dragon. I think it was the aesthetic, the fact that Kyle Reese was in there was awesome. It was funny as shit. You know, it was great. But then, like, all the other Far Cry games are just fucking, to me, are just open world, basic FPS games.
All right then. I guess
I don't know. It's just not fun. I got the Far Cry 3 game, the fucking one that came with 5 for pre-order bonus, thinking I'm getting a deal out of it. I ended up playing it, but this fucking game sucks. I mean, that shit fucking sucks more than Ace X King's mom sucks. And she sucks, bro. Trust me on that.
No.
Blah, 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 paramedic. You're hot. You're my kind of girl, but I don't really need to hear it right now. Alright, we got a deep cut to tend to. Suture kit. Bandage, styptic, and disinfect. Disinfect, styptic, bandage, suture kit. Yeah, he left. Fucking troll. And for the record, his mom's also a troll. I only fucked her to piss him off.
Can you walk?
Yeah, I think so.
Here. It's different from the Mauser. When you're using a two-hand grip, you have to be careful where you put your hands or your fingers will get burned by the exhaust gas from the cylinder.
Appearance. Her son, however, appears to be a troll in every sense of the word. Comes in just to tell me he disliked my video. Like, okay, dude. Whatever, bro. Like, you got nothing else better to do with your time than do that? Like, really? Go play a game, bro. Like... Oh, I didn't mean to time you out, bro. I don't know what the hell just happened there. I didn't do that, bro. I don't know what the hell just happened. Just so you know. Maybe I clicked something on my phone by accident. See if I can fix that. Sorry about that, dude. Just so you know, I didn't mean to do that. I don't know how to reverse it, though. I don't know what the fuck happened. Alright, let's see here. I think the snake, or the spirit camo is good for this area. For whatever reason. Now I'm getting more phone calls here. Jesus. Alright, Eva. I always hated this part. Just annoying. Escorting Eva. Gotta stand here and keep tapping triangle to get her to follow me. Come on. You still with me, Wicked Marius? These guys always catch up. Keep them off our ass.
Somebody there?
Whoa.
I'm so hungry.
Stay down. Now she's hungry. Jeez. I love babysitting.
I'm so hungry.
Alright, if you're hungry, you can have this delicious Russian ration. Enjoy.
This tastes like crap.
Alright, well, I'm sorry I'm not a 5-star restaurant. Here's some Kenyan mangrove crab to satisfy your expensive taste, darling. Oh shit, oh, we got more company. Thanks, Eva. Oh, shit. These guys are coming in like hot. She's just blowing them away. She was worse than Kenyan mangrove crab. Come on. expensive date, but worth every penny. Jesus God. These guys are literally coming out of the woodwork. Yo, Wicked, my bad, bro. I definitely did not mean to do that to you, man. I fucking must have misclicked on my phone when I was putting it down. So what games you getting the end of this year, bro? You looking at anything? Spider-Man. Nice. Yeah, it looks like a good game. I'm not really a big superhero fan though, so I don't know if I don't think I'm getting that. Does look like it's a good game though. Insomniac's a pretty good studio.
Snake, where are you?
I played that Ratchet and Clank when it was free. That was pretty good. I didn't finish it, but I could see the quality. Fun little game. Jeez.
Yuck.
I'm 30. Something tells me this is going to taste like poop.
What did you give me?
Yeah. Big Eye Trevally. Yeah, I do. I remember really being into Earthworm Jim for some reason when I was like in grade school. Thinking the games were awesome. I remember I used to play Earthworm Jim 64. Then I saw it recently on one of the lists for the shittiest games. I'm like, this game was fun, dude. I don't know what the hell they're talking about. I remember the gun where you can cut people in half and shit. I also remember the fucking Sega one being hard as hell. I see him. Doom, yeah, I just recently platinumed it on PS4. I was never a huge Doom guy. I remember I had the SNES cartridge back in the day, but I wasn't a big fan of it. I don't know why, but I like the new one a lot, and I recently ended up getting the Classic Complete pack on the PS3. I was kind of disappointed with it, because for some odd reason, it just wasn't really optimized right. I was trying to play it in co-op, and I was having a real hard time keeping it stable. Like, it would just, there'd be a lot of input lag and shit. But beyond that, I mean, I know Doom's a good franchise. I like Bethesda a lot. I should have mentioned them earlier. I think they usually come up with good games. Oh my god, I can't believe I just got spotted there. Eh? Go down.
Leave this to me.
I didn't realize you could fucking... That's awesome. You can actually hold guys up in alert mode in this one. For completely... Did not know that. Doesn't work in 5, I'll say that.
I'm so hungry.
As for Duke Nukem, never really was a fan of that either.
I'm gonna puke.
Thanks, man. You too. I always like a nice person to come in and chat with, dude. Especially one that knows good games. Seems like most of the people I get in here that are actually talkative have good taste. I mean, I guess you have to have good taste to appreciate Metal Gear. Appreciate the subscription, by the way, dude. I mostly just play Let's Plays and shit, dude. That's really all I do on this channel. I mean, I'm just doing it for fun. I figured I play so many games, I might as well just stream every time I play, and that's pretty much what I do. So does this mean you want to go do karate in the garage?
Come on, Snake.
Yeah, I'll be right back, bro. I'll let this cutscene ride.
We made it.
Over there. It's the boss, isn't it? I'll go get the wig ready to take off.
Right.
I'll leave you two alone. But come back in one piece, okay? Promise me.
I guess you know what that reference is from.
Life's end. Isn't it beautiful? It's almost tragic. When life ends, it gives off a final lingering aroma. Light is but a farewell gift from the darkness.
It's one of the
to
best
those
parts
who
of this
live
game
there.
right here.
I've been waiting, Snake, for a long time. Waiting for your birth, your growth, and the finality of today.
Boss.
You remember the Earthworm Jim cartoon, dude?
Why? To make the world one again. The world used to be whole. But with the end of the Second World War, the philosophers began to fight amongst themselves, and the world was torn apart. The Cobras, my comrades who trained and fought alongside me, were torn apart as well. The foibles of
What's up,
politics and
Daniel?
the march of time can turn friends
Happy
into
to see you,
enemies
man.
just as easily as the wind changes.
And you did arrive just in time for the best part.
Yesterday's ally becomes today's opposition. And this
Right,
Cold
the
War,
Earthworm Jim cartoon. Back in the day, man, when we were growing
when I
up,
was leading the Cobras,
Wicket,
America and Russia were fighting together.
Fox Kids had the best cartoons, man.
Now, consider whether America and Russia will still be enemies in the 21st century.
Fucking X-Men and shit.
Somehow I doubt it. Enemies change along with the times. The flow of soldiers
I
are
think
forced to
Earthworm
play
Jim was
along.
on there.
I didn't raise you and shape you into the man you are today just so we could face each other in battle. A soldier's skills aren't meant to be used to hurt friends. So then what is an enemy? Is there such a thing as an absolute timeless enemy? Such thing, and never has been. And the reason
Nah,
is
it's
that
sad. I
enemies
mean,
are human beings like us.
there were so many cool
They
cartoons
can
back
only
in the
be our
day.
enemies in relative terms. The world must be made whole again.
It's like video games
The
had their own
philosophers
cartoons a
must
lot of
be
the time.
reunited. I will devote my skills to that purpose.
Nowadays,
And with the Colonel's
I feel
money,
bad
I
for
will
the
achieve
kids.
that end.
They grow up
Just
too
as I
quick
once created the Cobras. They are
because
my
they're
family.
exposed to too many adult things at a young age. They don't have time to
may
just
no
enjoy
longer be
a
able
good
to
cartoon or that.
It was November 1st, 19...
In the case of Asex King,
I was in the Nevada desert.
he was looking at gay
participating in
porn by
atomic
age of
testing.
6.
The name Nevada
His
is
mom
derived
told me.
from Spanish. Covered in snow, white as snow.
Yeah, Street Fighter was actually a really good cartoon. Street Fighter
And
2.
snow
I
is
think
exactly what I
I think
saw
they
in
put
that
it back
Nevada
on
desert.
fucking it was like on
froze my
HBO or
blood
something.
white.
I forget. Like they re-aired it, I remember. It was a long ass.
Subject, weren't you? On Bikini Atoll. That's part of the reason I was drawn to you. You and I are alike. We're both slowly being eaten away by the karma of others. The chance to die
Yep,
peacefully of
he
old
was
age.
definitely in power bottom territory
We
by
have
7.5.
no tomorrow. But we can still have hope for the future. In 1960, I saw a vision of
Power bottom.
3 years earlier.
That's funny,
The
dude.
Soviet Union
I
had
guess you're a
succeeded
fan
in
of It's
launching
Always Sunny in
Sputnik,
Philadelphia.
the first man-made
'Cause that's what
satellite
that
in
scene.
history
That's what it
into
sounds like.
orbit.
Where that.
States. In response, America threw everything it had into its own manned spaceflight project, the Mercury program.
No, I'm actually from
Even as the
Philadelphia,
Soviets
believe it or
seemed
not.
poised to send their first man into space
Where it's
with
always sunny.
chimpanzees and rockets.
Oh shit. Okay. Well,
government
there's a
wanted
funny look
human
up.
data.
It's Always Sunny in Philadelphia power bottom
So
when you
they
get a
secretly
chance. It's pretty
decided
funny.
to send a human being into space. They chose.
But no, I'm from Philadelphia.
At the
It's
time,
about
they
2
didn't have
hours
the
away from New
technology to
York
block
City.
out cosmic rays, and whoever they sent up would inevitably be exposed to heavy radiation. That's why they chose me. Created ones. Of course, you won't find any of this in the history books. I could see the planet as it appeared from space. That's when it finally hit me. Space exploration is nothing but another in the USSR. Politics, economics, the arms race, they're all just arenas for meaningless competition. I'm sure you can see that, but the Earth itself has no boundaries, no Cold War. And the irony of it is, the United States and the Soviet Union are spending billions on their space programs and the missile race, only to arrive at the same conclusion. In the 21st century, we are all just inhabitants of a little celestial body called Earth. A world without communism or capitalism, that is the world I wanted to see. But reality continued to betray me. In 1961, I was sent to Cuba, to Bahia de Cochinos. It was part of a CIA-sponsored invasion under the guise of taking Cuban exiles back to their country. But the US government betrayed them. Our weak-kneed president defenseless, the exiles were annihilated by the Cuban army. All I could do was watch in silence. I was set up by the very country I'd sacrificed so much for, by the very government I dedicated my life to defending. I was driven from the surface world, and I went underground. Then, 2 years ago, I faced the Sorrow, my old comrade in battle. He was my friend. But one of us had to die. I was left with no choice. The Sorrow gave his life for me. There is no enmity between us. One must live, and one must die. That was the mission. That mission were the philosophers. Early in the 20th century, the true holders of power in the United States, the Republic of China, and the newly formed Soviet Union gathered together in a secret meeting that would later be known as the Wiseman's Committee. The secret pact they formed there marked the beginning of the philosophers. But the last of the original members died in the 1930s. After that, the organization began to run out of control, and the Wiseman's Committee degenerated into a mere shell of its former self. The philosophers of today have no sense of good or evil. Their influence extends to countries and organizations involved in every aspect of every war. They have become war itself. That's how they operate. The sacrifices of war cause a shift in the times. This shift leads to renewed conflict, and in turn triggers the next war. Like a nuclear chain reaction, each conflict sparks countless others, forming an endless spiral that will continue on for eternity. Do you understand what I'm saying, Snake? By consuming me and you, the philosophers intend to keep that cycle going forever. It was my father who he was one of them. You see, I am the last remaining child of the philosophers. But after he revealed the truth, my father was killed by that same shapeless, formless organization. And my father isn't the only thing the philosophers have taken from me. In June of 1944, the Cobras and I took part in the landing at Normandy. We'd been given a top-secret mission to locate and destroy enemy V-2 rocket installations. I was pregnant at the time. The sorrow was the father. I gave birth on the field of battle. A beautiful baby boy. But my child was snatched away from me by the philosophers. Look at this scar. This is proof that I was once a mother. I gave up my body and my child for my country. There is nothing left inside me now. Nothing at all. No hatred, not even regret. And yet sometimes at night, I can still feel the pain creeping up inside me, slithering through my body like a snake. I've never talked this much about myself before. Thanks. Thanks for listening to me. I feel content. Snake, commence the operation. I raised you. I loved you. I've given you weapons,
Spirit rebel.
taught you techniques, endowed you with knowledge. There is nothing more for me to give you. All that's left for you to take is my life, by your own hand. One must die, and one must live. No victory, no defeat. The survivor will carry on the fight. It is our destiny. The one who survives will inherit the title of boss. And the one who inherits the title of boss will face an existence of endless battle. I'll give you 10 minutes. In 10 minutes, Miggs will come and bomb the hell out of this place. If you can beat me in less than 10 minutes, you'll be able to escape in time. Let's make this the greatest 10 minutes of our lives, Jack.
Boss.
You're a soldier. Finish your mission. Prove your loyalty. Face me. Let's see what you're made of.
That's what I'm made of, babe. Reverse that shit.
Excellent, Jack.
Sorry, Milfy. Get camoed up here. Ooh, I'm low on M Mark II. That's interesting. Wow.
Where are you hiding?
Gotta make every shot count here.
I found you. There he is.
First thing I do is mess stuff. Still better than you at CQC, boss. No offense. You are the master. But the apprentice has surpassed you.
You've gotten stronger. Where are you? I found you. Run quick. I found you.
You did. It's Bogey, babe. How is she still standing?
Here I come.
Sorry, Daniel, I missed what you said. I was kind of focused. Yeah, the 3 white snakes. I already got them, so I'm just really focused on story right now. But this is another game I've platinumed.
Take this.
So I had to get the 3 white snakes at one point to get the Markor trophy, or the Markor emblem, because that was part of a trophy.
It's our only hope.
A patriot? Why are you giving me this?
Jack. Or should I say, Snake. You're a wonderful man. Kill me. Kill me now. Do it.
I thought you said you platted Doom. Or did you mean something else by that?
There's only room for one boss. And one snake.
It's no good. I can't do it. Damn. This part's tough. I mean, I just don't want to pull the trigger. Oh, you played it. Okay, I got you. I let the game shoot for me. I just don't have the heart for it. That's awesome. I had the SNES version, and that was the only one I had actually. The new one. Did you play the new Doom? It's not bad. I liked it. I prefer Wolfenstein personally, but I thought Doom was a good game too. Damn. Did you ever try Ultra Nightmare? I had to beat that for a trophy on well, not the whole game, thankfully. I never would have done it, but it's basically the difficulty of Nightmare, which is basically like two hits from any enemy, you're fucking dead. Some of them just one hit, and no continues at all. You just gotta go all the way back to the beginning of the game. I beat the first level on that shit, and it was fucking. It took me an hour and a half. I wasn't pissed because it was only the first level, but I was pissed at Wolfenstein 2 because I'm a trophy hunter, and I know, like, I'm not gonna complain about a challenge. Like, if something's really, really hard, I'll accept it as long as it's, you know,
Ready to go, Snake?
as long as it's, you know, it's somewhat fair. Like, for example, I beat the Evil Within on Akumu mode for a trophy for the Evil Within Platinum, and it was like it's like the hardest mode. You get touched by one guy, you're dead. But the cool thing about it is you can keep playing it. You don't have to worry about, like, no checkpoints. With Wolfenstein 2 and Doom, you know, Ultra Nightmare, and then there's a literally to play through the whole game without dying one time. I was like, are you fucking kidding me with this shit? And what pissed me off, I didn't mind it in Doom, like I said, because they didn't put a platinum for beating the whole game. But for fucking Wolfenstein, I was fucking pissed. Because there's one trophy I'm missing from that game now, and I can't get a platinum because the trophy I need to get requires me to beat the entire fucking game on the hardest difficulty without dying one time.
Snake!
That's how fucking ridiculous. Like, the way I look at it, there's a difference between difficulty and just ridiculousness. Yeah, Metal Slug is a good game. I'm more of a Contra fan, though. I really want them to make a new Contra game. I mean, I suck balls at Contra, but I still love the games for some reason. In fact, speaking of Contra, I heard they're making they're actually making a movie or something, or like a TV series, which I thought was pretty badass. But I digress.
Too heavy.
What's that? The Konami code? Because I never use it. That's probably my problem. I've been trying to beat the original Contra, and I get to the fucking, as farthest as I've gotten without the code is the robot. The robot at the end of the energy zone. I get a couple hits in on him and then I get killed. But I'm like too stubborn to put the Konami code in, and if I had the Konami code, I could probably beat the whole game. I probably should get the Konami code and then beat the game and then work on beating it without the code. That's what I should do.
Not good.
The CQC. Phenomenal. Nice. Yeah. You've learned some new moves, Ocelot. Kept you waiting, huh?
A few new moves. Huh. It doesn't feel right to shoot an unarmed man.
You play any Nintendo shit?
Eva!
Because they just put Snake back in Super Smash Brothers, and it's David Hayter again. Right?
What do you say to one last showdown?
Yeah, all right.
He tries to poke his non-existent eye out. He already shot it out earlier. I can see there's no hard feelings, though. Imagine how hard it would be, though. Like, seriously, like to drive with it with one eye, to aim with one eye, to do all the things Big Boss does with one eye. I can tell you right now, it's a lot harder than he makes it look. I know, I'm missing an eye. Just kidding. Yeah, it has Simon and Richter Belmont, which I thought was a really cool thing. They put King K. Rool in there from Donkey Kong Country. I was on their wall, like telling them to add Bill and Lance from Contra.
What's your name?
But thinking about it, how would they really make those characters, you know?
Snake.
All they do is shoot. They don't have any
No.
up-close moves. But I guess they
Not
could
that
improvise.
You're
I just
not a
always thought it
snake,
would have been cool.
And I'm not an ocelot.
Since
We're men,
Konami's
names.
already, you know,
My
put
name
the
isn't
Belmont
that,
Bros
Scott.
in there.
What's yours?
John.
Yeah, I used to use him a lot in Brawl, but
Very
he
well.
was really OP. I mean, his kick punch
Plain
move was
name.
so fucking powerful. Like, it was almost
I won't
unfair.
forget it. Come on!
Really? That's yeah, I bet. I mean, I can imagine. I never actually fired a gun, so I don't really. So I really don't know, but I'm sure it's not easy. I'm thinking more along the lines of driving. Like, I've tried driving with one eye closed. Shit's fucking hard as hell. Your depth perception is completely destroyed. What's up, Sua Kobu? I probably pronounced that horribly, and I apologize in advance. Did I pick up the right revolver here? Yeah. I never shoot Ocelot, though. He's still green.
Looks like my luck has finally changed. Till we meet again, John.
Right here, Ocelot does some crazy shit. Like, how did he survive this? Look. You would think he would have got, like, real fucked up. Yeah, but somehow he like learned it. Like he didn't even have to relearn anything. He was mid-mission. He was just that good. For me, my left eye sees a little bit better than my right. But overall, my eyesight's pretty fucking shitty. Like, and I think that's probably from playing too many video games.
We made it.
Yeah, we sure did.
Let's go bang now.
I've been wanting to suck on those melons for a long time. Kept those tits waiting, huh?
Oh no, Migs! There's no way out! What are we gonna do?
Yeah, I've had a lot of practice.
We've come too far to let them stop us now.
I was actually, when I first did my first Snake impression, I was like, wow, I'm surprised about how spot
It's
on
no
that
use.
was.
There's no way we can outmaneuver them.
Not to toot my own horn, but I've recorded myself and listened to it, and it's pretty much it's pretty much down pat. Some things are hard to say though.
Locked on target. I got towed.
You were great, Eva.
Huh?
Thanks.
Like if it's a line he's already said, it's a lot easier to imitate. Metal Gear has always been like one of my favorite series, so
Bulk 19, this is Control.
I've heard
Stand
enough
by
of
for a
Snake.
direct order from the chairman. Bulk 19, return to base immediately. Do you read me? This is a direct order from Comrade Khrushchev. Return to base immediately. Bulk 19, do you copy? Understood. Aborting mission. RTB.
Look! The Migs are turning back! Woo!
I think he's attempting re-entry, sir.
Well done, Snake.
The MiG's disengaged.
Most likely under orders from Khrushchev.
Is this his way of helping us?
Who knows? Maybe he didn't want things to get messier than they already are. Or maybe
Skipping
he just
codec sequences. It just like makes the run so much longer. The cutscenes too good to pass up though. I've watched, like, I think the first episode a long time ago, but I've never, like, actually watched the entire series or anything. Big Dragon Ball Z fan, though. Bigger Dragon Ball fan, but Z was awesome as well. GT fucking blew.
Did you ever think about coming back to
I was even watching Super for a while, but
I've left America
I don't know. I guess there's so much of that you just kind of lose interest.
I didn't do it alone.
Oh, really? Nice.
And I still owe you a dinner.
This is getting annoying! That's my best Vegeta. Because that's what he used to say all the time in fucking...
Is that part of your mission?
in the game.
Or is it an order? Or...
Yo, Days, what's going on, man? I was wondering when you were going to show up, bro.
Or a proposal? I don't take orders from anyone now.
Just in time for the porn scene. The softcore. Clothed sex scene. Snake's finally going in. I'm proud of him. Yeah, turn that radio off, Snake. That's right. Get that shit out of here. And this is where Snake learns that you just can't trust anybody at all.
Scholars tell us that the first spy in history was the snake in the book of Genesis. In that story, it was Eve who was tempted by the snake in the Garden of Eden. But this time around, it was I who tempted the snake and got away with the forbidden fruit of knowledge. Forgive me, Snake.
Right? She seemed like the type, though, you know. She was vying way too hard for that snake that you just knew something was up. You just know she's been around the block, you know. I mean, Volgin was tapping that. Granted, she probably wasn't consenting to it, but apparently it was happening.
First of all, I have to apologize. I wasn't sent by Khrushchev. I'm not a KGB spy, and I never worked for the NSA. I'm an agent of the People's Republic of China for the General HQ 2nd Department of the People's Liberation Army. It was all a lie. I tricked you. And I'm sorry.
I don't know about that much, Dazed. Now that might be pushing it, my friend.
The philosophers still exist in China.
I always check out Eva's outfit here, though. Tell me it doesn't remind you of the Venom Snake leather jacket outfit. Just watch closely. She's got the goggles. She's got the leather jacket with the fucking cafe racer look.
Were actually both men. The real Adam never showed up at the meeting.
You'll see her in a minute when she's riding off.
Saving me the trouble of having to eliminate him. I sneaked in by...
You want to see the real one-eyed monster?
And you and Sokolov and Volgin...
Here it is.
Me. The philosopher's legacy was originally held in common between the US, Soviet Union, and China. We couldn't let the Russians and the Americans take it all for themselves. The Chinese government had its eye on the legacy, too. I got the film containing the legacy. And also the nuclear missile launch data from the Shagohod. 5 years ago,
he got all fucked up on wine.
Weapons technology. Since then, China's Liaodong easing, hydrogen bomb, and space rocket projects have fallen behind. But with this data, our country will be able to develop its own nukes. We'll create a deterrent force to rival those of the U.S.
The Shag-a-lot. That's a good one.
Everything has gone according to plan, thanks to your help. I, too, am one of the philosophers.
See, look at her outfit.
I'm an agent of the philosophers, a graduate of one of their charms.
Just reminds me, like, of the
I was raised in a joint
outfit Big Boss has at the end of MGS5. And Venom Snake unlocks later.
They were collecting children from all over
I feel like it was inspired
As a result, I'm indistinguishable from
by that.
born American. So it didn't surprise me when you and Vulcan couldn't tell the difference. But she knew right from the beginning. She knew because before the war, she was at one of the Philosopher's schools too, as an instructor. The boss was the only one I couldn't fool. She was the only one who knew.
And he leaves on a Triumph motorcycle, so that completes the look.
Why did she open her heart to me like that? At the time, I couldn't understand it. But now, I think I do. Snake. She wanted you to know the truth. She chose me to tell you. That's why she saved my life. I've lied to you.
My day was good, man. How was yours?
My orders from the government were to obtain the legacy.
I mean, I just literally was going to play something earlier. I was just too fucking tired. I was just relaxing all day, pretty much. I ended up watching this movie on Netflix called Oculus. So I heard it was good. I thought it was alright. I don't know if you guys have seen it.
And I intend to keep it. I just wanted you to know. And you have to live.
Yeah, it's about 8:37 p.m. right now.
Snake, listen to me. She didn't betray the United States. No, far from it. She was a hero who died for her country. She carried out her mission knowing full well what was going to happen. Self-sacrifice. Because that was her duty.
Nice.
You are above even the boss. I hereby award you the title of Big Boss.
Speaking of burgers, you see that secretary on the left there?
You are a true...
I wouldn't mind trying out her fur burger. Who's with me on that? Huh? Who's that? Oh shit, Ocelot, look. What the hell's he doing there? Yeah, right. Like I didn't know cool looking mullets were acceptable. I mean, I'm telling you, there's only a few people that I know that can look cool as shit with a mullet. Kurt Russell, Patrick Swayze, Solid Snake, and Naked Snake. Can't think of anyone else.
You know, we could use an infiltration unit like Fox in the army. Someone like him to handle our top secret sneaking missions for us. A man who combines the qualities of a soldier and an agent.
The boss's defection was a ruse set up by the US government. It was all a big drama staged by Washington so they could get their hands on the Philosopher's legacy. And the boss was the star of the show. They planned it so that they could get the legacy that Colonel Vulcan inherited and destroy the Shagohod at the same time. Only a legendary hero like the boss could have earned Vulcan's trust. Finding out where the Philosopher's legacy was hidden was to be her greatest mission. Everything was going according to plan. then
I mean, I never noticed how hot that secretary was.
Colonel Volgin fired an American-made nuclear warhead at Sokolov's research facility.
Or whoever she was.
Khrushchev demanded that the U.S. government provide proof that it wasn't involved. They couldn't just abort the
Like
operation.
if I was a
to steal the
3D
legacy.
character from the PS2 era, I would have
So
fucked the shit out of
operation
her.
itself was greatly expanded and revised. The authorities in Washington knew that in order to prove its innocence, they'd have to get rid of the boss. And that one of their own would have to do the job. The public couldn't be allowed to find out about it. Not ever. This, they concluded, would be the best way to keep the whole thing under wraps.
I would have tapped that ass.
The boss wouldn't be allowed to come back home alive. And she wouldn't be allowed to kill herself. Her life would be ended by her most beloved disciple. That was the way the government wanted it. That was the mission she was given. And she had no choice but to carry it out. Her death at your hands was a duty she had to fulfill.
Yeah, he becomes completely jaded after this mission. No doubt.
Would have been crushed by such a burden.
I mean, after having to kill the boss, anyone
The taint
would.
of disgrace.
That's a fucking nightmare. Like, that's just horrible.
Future generations will.
Like, I wouldn't even have done it. I would have just. I wouldn't have been able
America
to.
is a despicable traitor with no sense of honor.
I would have. There was no way I would have shot
As
her.
a
I would
monster
have said,
who
"Fuck
unleashed
it."
a nuclear catastrophe.
I would have whooped her ass.
She will go down in official history
And then
as a war criminal.
That's it. I wouldn't have finished the job.
And no one will ever understand her.
But I agree, Jill Jill in general is just hot as fuck. Well, not Jill now, but Jill up until
And like a true soldier,
the
she saw it
remake
through to the
was
end.
hot as hell. And then she
I
turned
think she
into
wanted
God
you,
knows what.
Of all people.
She turned
know
into
the
a
truth.
butterface after that.
She wanted to live on. In
But
your
I think they'll fix her and when they come out with RE8, because I'm sure she'll make an
Not
appearance.
as a soldier.
You know, because they, in my opinion, they fixed Chris. He looked really stupid in fucking RE5.
She was forbidden to tell you
I think the
herself.
new look for Chris is cool. But the thing with Jill is she'll probably
That's
look
why she
completely
told
different. But yeah, if I was a 32-bit polygonal model, I definitely would
Never
have
know what she did.
been trying to get at Jill.
No one will ever learn the truth. Her story, her debriefing, will endure only in your heart. Everything she did for her country. She sacrificed her life and her honor for her native land. She was a real hero.
Yeah, I know. Like his triceps look like inhuman. Like it was disgusting.
Patriot.
And it was just like they all looked kind of inhuman at that point. That's the thing that I didn't like. Like Chris and Jill looked really like realistic in the remake, but then in 5 they turned them into like some kind of like cartoonish looking, larger than life character, and I'm just like, I didn't like it. I didn't know where the art direction went with that installment, or on from there really. That's why I think now with 7 and the RE2 remake, they're really pushing for photorealism, and it's looking good. I mean, especially in the RE2 remake, everybody looks like a real person to me. Like Marvin's facial details, he looks realistic. Leon, Claire, you know, they all look like they could really, you know, they're almost on breaking the uncanny valley, but not quite. I mean, we're a long ways off from that. Like, can you imagine when we get to the point where like computer graphics look like real people, like through and through. I mean, they've already mastered it with environments, in my opinion. Yeah, Barry's my favorite character, dude. Without a shadow of a doubt. Barry's my favorite Resident Evil character. And they did bring back Barry for Revelations 2. And they made him super badass. Again, larger than life, but since it's Barry, it's fine. We accepted it. Because they did it cool as shit. Still, I mean, the game wasn't one of the best Resident Evil games, but for me it gets awesome points because Barry was fucking in it.
I've got something in my throat. I need to be alone.
Like when I first saw the announcement for Revelations 2, I was fucking hyped as shit, dude. I was like, because I was waiting like I was waiting since the first Resident Evil game came out for Barry to come out. You know, in an actual game, good game, not fucking that shitty Game Boy Color shit that I also owned. Resident Evil Gaiden, that fucking. I mean, in that game's defense, for a GameCube, or I'm sorry, a Game Boy Color game, it was fucking good, but it wasn't good at the same time. Yeah, you gotta pick up Revelations 2. It's not anything like the original Resident Evils. It's more in line with the over-the-shoulder shit. And you can tell they used a lot of assets from other games. But honestly, dude, in the recent... I'd say it's a better game than fucking 5, 6, and the original Revelations. I like the environment a lot, the island. I thought that was a really cool environment. And then I found out Shinji Mikami actually was the one that assisted with the environment design, which explains why it was good. Yeah, and he also made a cameo in 3, that's right. We just saw that the other day. Best fucking ending ever right there. RE3. Shit brought a tear to my eye when I first saw it. Oh, the girl that Barry adopts at the end. Yeah, I like the story though, because Barry's like a father figure type guy, so she fit in with that well. I really like the voice actor they got for Barry, too. He did a good job. But that's the only thing about the game. It's cool because it's co-op, but I mean, anyone that plays the second player, like in Barry's story, is really gonna be bored. They should have gave her more powers. Like if she had mind powers, she should have had some kind of a telekinesis or something, you know, to make playing as that character enjoyable. And I remember every time I'd play that game, no one was ever allowed to play with me unless I was Barry. Because I would never accept not being Barry. So no one, in the end, people just got bored playing it with me because they just hated playing as the fucking girl. Yeah, I have the books by S.D. Perry. Yeah, they're actually really good. I really liked. I read that one. I think it's called The Umbrella Conspiracy, and I read the second one, City of the Dead, which is Resident Evil 2. I tried to read the fucking. There was another one, Umbrella Underground. It was like a side story, but I just never really finished it. But yeah, those books were good. I really liked her writing. She did a real good job of keeping it really tight with the actual game. Yeah, But you know, the traitor thing was justified because his family's he thought his family was at stake, so it really wasn't a traitor. He was just doing what he had to do to protect his family. And in the end, he fucking, you know, even in the end of RE1, he knocks fucking Wesker out. And if you go by the remake, which I think is probably the main canon now, he helps you in the last Tyrant fight. Right. How cool would it be if like Netflix or something put out, you know how they did the Castlevania anime, which was actually pretty good. I would like them to do like a Resident Evil like that, but you know, keep it nothing like the shitty movies. Make it like the games, like follow the story of the games. They can expand it a little bit, but you know, try to follow the main story. That would be so fucking cool if they did that. Same thing with Metal Gear.
Yes, Grozny Grad and the Granin Research Facility have both been wiped out without a trace. I understand, sir, but they were necessary sacrifices. Yes, the CIA has taken care of the boss themselves. I believe the White House will be satisfied. Khrushchev is finished. Your time has finally arrived. Yes, the American president is relying.
Yeah, exactly. That would be fucking awesome. Just the first season would take place around, you know, separated by season. Season 1 would be Resident Evil 1. Season 2, Resident Evil 2. Season 3, Resident Evil 3.
Yes,
and whatever they want to do after that,
keep
by all means. As long as they do those first 3 games justice, I'll be fucking happy. One thing though, I mean, I wasn't really too, like, you keep hearing rumors of them. Well, it's not a rumor anymore, but of the Metal Gear movie coming out.
Yes,
well,
it's me.
I wasn't really that, I didn't really care too much, because, like, they've been talking about making this movie for fucking a decade now.
The Philosopher's Legacy is
but
now
they just
safely
released
with us
some, like,
in America's hands.
Like a press release, I think. The director of
this money,
Kong Skull Island,
can
I think
be
he's
revived.
helming the new Metal Gear movie. And I actually like him as director because I liked Kong Skull Island. I thought it was. I'm real picky about movies, but I thought that was a good movie.
Peking must be in an uproar right about now.
So I think they got a good director on board for the Metal Gear movie. And then the promo shot they put out of Snake's outfit, it looks pretty cool. Looks different, but cool nonetheless.
The KGB must still have part of
I don't know if you guys call it that.
Yes, the weapon has been reduced to ashes. That's right. Grozny Grad has been obliterated by the Davy Crockett we brought in as well. Yes, that was the boss's work too. Speaking of which, I've obtained something from Grand
556ers, pineapples.
It's a revolutionary new nuclear attack system.
They're armed with 556ers, pineapples.
Yes, we have Snake to thank for that. Khrushchev believed it as well. Yes, they bought our story. I don't think they'll be making a fuss. The secondary alert has been lifted as well. And the Soviets still haven't discovered my true identity. They have no idea that I've been triple-crossing them. I will continue my activities as a contact for the new government. Yes, it appears that no one knew that I was Adam.
Don't you love when you plug your phone in and it just doesn't fucking charge?
At the CIA's disposal. Mr. Director.
fucking piece of shit. Mr. Director. I'm Batman. Well, that concludes this stream, guys. As you can see, game's been completed. I got my Metal Gear fixed for a bit. Alright, Dazed. I'm not sure. I might get another stream up later tonight. I don't know what game it'll be or if I even get one up at all. But if you guys aren't doing nothing, keep a lookout. But yeah, I'll catch you guys later. It was nice talking to you, Wicket. Always a pleasure. Dazed. I appreciate you guys coming in. And everyone else that's watching silently, I also appreciate you. Like and subscribe if you can, if you wish. And I'll catch you later.